называется этот белый экран? Ну-ка. Ой. Даже без ожидания ждать все равно пришлось. Так. Е.
Yandere Simulator is supported by the following sponsors.
Фига у вас спонсоров. Как-то громко, нет? О, привет, да. Неужели заказчик пришел на заказанную игру? Давайте я чат вырублю вот этот вот. Выключу. И все. А вот пришел. Так. Сеттинг. Не делай так, мать. Аниме. В натуре аниме. Фу, аниме. Ой. Я поймал эту картинку. Я чуть потише сделаю, наверное, игру. И вам, и себе. Думаю, так хватит. Давайте new game. Тут на E. Empty file, ну вот empty file, да. Create new. What gender your idol? Ну, Yandere это как бы бабы. Так что, наверное, давайте. Это будет и та игра, в которой я сразу, походу, за бабу буду играть. Ага. Ага. Я в этом не разбираюсь, в этих аниме. Так что давайте, пусть будет как будет. Are you sure you want to proceed? Просить? Кого просить? Я не уверен, что хочу кого-то просить. Не хочу я никого просить. Фимали униформ. Вот так классическую матроску эту. Или что выбрать? Бобени, за которые я буду играть. Вот так выглядит неплохо, но это как-то слишком строго. Это строго, но как-то слишком мягко. Это как-то слишком повседневно. Блин, какие-то не те. Чирную? Подумаю. пойдет. Фимали, ого! Какой-то священник Энрико Пуччи. И заправленной рубашки ходить сейчас. Вот давайте ему такую униформу сделаем и все. Матрос кучер, ну, нет. Да! Ой, да, в смысле, нет, я не собираюсь никого просить.
Something is wrong
В
with
смысле,
me.
чё врон? Чё не так?
For as long as I can remember, I've always felt empty, incomplete. Like a part of me is missing.
Ок, депрессия
This
в 0 лет.
hollow feeling has dominated my life. I've never been able to feel anything else. My world has always been cold, dark.
Раньше, кстати, такого в
Silent.
игре не было. Вот этих вот предысторий, вот это вот всякой
My
фигни.
mother was exactly like me when she was a child. But when she met my father, everything changed for her. He brought warmth and color and life into her world. He made her complete. She told me that one day I'd meet someone special, just like she did. Someone who would cure me, fix me, save me. I've spent my entire life waiting for that day, dreaming of the moment when I'd meet the person who would complete me. It was the only thing for me to look forward to. It was my only reason to live. And then, one day,
В натуре Dead Inside.
I found him.
В чем... Ого. Пиздос какой-то.
When I met him, something changed inside of me. My world was filled with color and light. It was like I had opened my eyes for the first time. I felt warm. I felt complete. I felt alive. He is my escape from the cold, gray, empty world I've been trapped in. He is the one I've been waiting for. The person I want to spend the rest of my life with. But someone is trying to take him from me.
Я даже удивлен, что я все понимаю.
She wants him, but not in the same way that I want him. She could never appreciate him the way I do. She doesn't deserve him. He belongs to me. I have to stop her, even if it means hurting her, even if it means killing her.
Какая хорошая анимация, кстати. Эля, ты же его переедешь. Жалко пацана.
There's nothing I won't do for him. I won't let anyone come between us. I don't care what I have to do. I don't care who I have to hurt. I don't care whose blood I have to spill. I won't let anyone take him from me. Nothing else matters. No one else matters.
Поняли? No one else
He
matters.
will be mine.
А я видел ту черно-белую
He
девку.
doesn't have a choice.
Ставьте лайк, если тоже увидели черно-белую девку. Да потише сделать и на колонках.
Hey,
Хей. Хей. Неу. Чё неу? Писать научись? Неу. Нет, надо писать, а не неу.
do I know you?
Туре.
I saw you stalking an upperclassman today.
Ага.
I'm sorry. There must be some misunderstanding.
There's no need to play dumb with me. I'm trying to help you. Want some information about the girl he was with?
Месть какая-то пошла.
I'm listening.
Her name is Osana Najimi. She has a crush on him.
Нижимура Куясу.
She's planning to confess to him next Friday, underneath the cherry tree behind the school. There's a myth that if you confess your love to someone underneath that tree, the person you confess to can't refuse.
Ясно. А можно срубить тогда сразу дерево?
Why are you telling me this?
В Яндере. Да тут понадобавляли всякого
I
всего.
would be happy if something bad happened to Osana-chan. I think you might be the right person to give her what she deserves.
Who are you?
Ты кто в натуре?
Have you ever heard of Info-chan?
Инфочан. Инфочан, окей.
An urban legend about a girl who hacks people and sells their dirty secrets to the highest bidder.
Это типа та черно-белая девка, Инфочан. Я думал, у нее другое какое-то имя, ну ладно.
That's just the tip of the iceberg. I sell a lot more than just blackmail.
Ого.
Are you trying to tell me that you're Info-chan? Do you really expect me to believe that?
А вдруг?
I've installed an app on your phone. Take a look.
Оба.
How did you do that?
That's not something you need to be concerned with. If you do a few small favors for me, I can offer a wide variety of services that should help you eliminate Osana-chan. Everything you need to know is in that app.
Ага.
And what if I don't want anything to do with you?
У меня, кстати, переводители, вы так понимаете. А есть не тупые. То есть знающий язык. Не лесенкой пишет. Не надо, лучше не надо лесенкой, пожалуйста. Эти вот лесенки, они меня убивают.
If you're not interested in my services, I won't take it personally. Feel free to ignore me. But don't ignore Osana-chan. You have 1 week until she confesses to your precious senpai.
О,
Make her suffer.
окей, заставим ее страдать. Message from the developer Yandere Simulator is not finished yet. The first rival Asana is not in this build of the game. This build of the game does not have an objective. You cannot win yet. Фу! Чё, бесконечная игра, что ли? This build is just a debug sandbox for bug testing process. Visit youtube.com/dev for development updates. Not in this week, sorry. Monday. Сегодня вообще-то пятница. Пятница! Сегодня дедлайн в 6 часов вечера, вы чё? Кстати, Present Midnight это же... Это Present Midnight перед полуночью. А после... До полуночи. Ничего не понимаю. Приятного там аппетита вам, да. В смысле дедлайн это ху? Challenges, ну-ка, что за challenges? No, no, the work yet. The game isn't finished yet. Да понятно. Befriend, betrayed, break, born, crash, звездос. Weapon knife, box cut. Охренеть не встать. Он тебе говорит, он пишет тебе, как правильно пишется. Не белишь и беляш, а вот это вот. Короче, мы можем убить ее ножом. Можем канцелярским ножом ее убить. Можем ножницами, можем отверткой, можем шприцом. GameStar. Wait, please. Катана. Неплохо. И что там coming soon? Ничего нету. Челленджи. Можно ее сломать, можно сжечь. Сломать. Влюбить? Или что это? Драйв, проехай. Чё? Не понял. Короче, можно много чего сделать. Способов убить больше, чем предметов, чтобы убить. Ладно. А матчи не включает. Ну так тебе и надо. Ой, господи, какая громкая музыка. Ага, мышка поворачивать нельзя. Ну и ладно. Change paints? Нет, давайте потом. Нет у меня этих. Аниме. Watch a crime thriller anime to learn about potential murder methods. Yes. Ага.
The young woman struggled to calm her trembling hands. She could barely maintain a grip on her pen.
Типа, кто она?
Steady, Yamako. You can't afford to screw this up.
Научится, я думал, это пародия на тетрадь смерти.
Once her pen touched the paper, she would only have 60 seconds to achieve her goal. That was one of the rules. She knew exactly what she wanted to write down. She had rehearsed it a dozen times on a spare scrap of paper. Each time, she just barely succeeded in finishing within 60 seconds.
No more stalling. It's now or never.
She took a deep breath and began to write.
Asaka Seto will obtain a pipe wrench, a power strip, and a screwdriver. She will use the wrench to loosen the nearest water pipe and create a puddle of water.
30 seconds remaining. Her time was running out.
She will place a power strip in the puddle and use the screwdriver to expose the wires. Then, she will activate the power strip and stand in the puddle.
The moment she finished writing, the ink on the notebook turned blood red. This meant that her 60 seconds were up. And it also meant that the command was in effect. Several kilometers away, at the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department,
Мне сейчас в школу не надо, подождите.
a young policewoman, in the middle of a conversation with her colleagues, abruptly stopped talking and left the room.
Ну да, это
She
что-то
walked
типа
to the nearest
тетради
storage
смерти.
closet and obtained a pipe wrench and a screwdriver. She carried out the actions that Yamiko had written in her notebook. And when she stepped into the puddle, she screamed in pain as thousands of volts of electricity ran through her body, fatally electrocuting her. She was dead before her body hit the ground.
Ок,
What have I done?
в натуре. Окей, if I found... Find... Тьфу ты, блин. If I найду катана. If I find the katana.
It was the first time Yamiko had used the notebook to kill an innocent person. In the beginning, she only intended to use the notebook to rid the world of evil. She targeted violent criminals, child molesters, and so forth. Dozens of mysterious deaths were too suspicious to be overlooked, and so an official police investigation had begun. Detective Seto had come too close to figuring out that Yamiko was the person responsible for the mysterious deaths.
I'm not the bad guy here. She had to die. If I didn't kill her, she would have exposed me. And then I wouldn't be able to keep fighting evil.
Короче, ясно, это тетрадь смерти.
Yamiko felt as though the room was spinning around her. She desperately tried to convince herself that her actions were justified.
Сидим, смотрим аниме. Аниме игры.
I did what I had to do. It was the only way to continue fighting evil. The world needs me.
Фай-фай.
I need to keep using the notebook because this world is a rotten mess. It really needs to be cleaned up.
Life Note, Episode 7. End.
Тетрадь жизни. Окей, давайте это как бы закончится. Я сюда пришел играть, а не смотреть. Все хрена то. Ой, так. Играть можно, играть нельзя. Спать можно, спать нельзя. Сенпай Шрей. Это типа для вещей с... Господи ты, боже мой. Типа для вещей нашего друга. Друга, говорю. Не, ну прям вылитая тетрадь смерти. Окей. Мы ничего не взяли. School, Town, Basement. У нас 10 бачей. Давайте попремся в школу. Нет. Давайте в город. А, он типа еще не готов. Вот это Basement, это что? Подвал! Мы можем вот тут запереть. School? Окей, школа так школа. Все, погнали в школу. Rotate камера, take photo, aim камера. По-моему, rotate камера немного не работает. Или может это типа дома не работает. Окей. Киднап Саки. Не, Саки я не хочу ловить. Ха-ха-ха. Шутка про японские имена по типу суки, гайки. Так. Move. Move, естественно. Attack. F это attack. Spawn trial. Звездус. Ты вот еще не отвечай мне тут, ага. Я тебе ща по... Ты человек? Или кто? Ты мышь? Нет. Оккультный клуб. Погнали в оккультный клуб, хорошо. Ой. Я хотел на небо посмотреть. Я случайно. Господи, чё они тут все такие разные? Я чё, в аниме попал? А не, вон те одинаковые выглядят прям как эти. Господи, сколько их тут? Люди, вы чё тут? Господи ты, боже мой. О, вот, я вот про вот этих говорил. Вот это называется гяру, вон те, которые. Они мне сейчас по голове нададут. Я же, типа, Яндере. А вот это вот я понял уже, что это за клуб. Клуб садоводства. Join the Cult Club. Окей. If I can do this. Посмотрим, короче. Я не все знаю, как говорить по-английски, уж извините меня. Where are 89 учеников? If you send me a picture of someone's face, I'll prove you with all this information I have about them. Their names, their personality, their life, or strength, and even their daily ration. Раутионе, короче. Континуй. Я знаю, что нажимать. Или как это по-английски сказать? Я знаю, что нажимать. А где мой шкафчик? I know what I need to push. I just... I don't understand too. Блин. Я забыл, как будет по-английски читать. I too badly speak in English. Ага. Во, это мой шкафчик, да? Нет, не мой. Learn вроде... Learn это учиться, не читать. Я тоже что-то подумал, кстати, что learn читать. Может, на самом деле читать. Learn. Так, господи, где? Join the club. Wait, please. I don't the fast guy. Occult club. Become a member of the occult club. Господи. У них по-любому оружие какое-то. Это зонтики? Listen. Listen это... Listen это слушать. А почему у меня FPS так мало? Это он? Это он? Your feelings, senpai, are so strong that you lose control of yourself around him. Окей. Ой, тихо. Не, delete. Хоба. Здорово. Take a picture. Окей. Send, ну-ка, send. Send nudes, давай, окей. I don't get it, what are you trying to show me? В смысле? А, read, читать, во, спасибо. I just slowly read. Slowly. Фу, короче, забейте. Так. Ой, иди нафиг. What I need to do? What I need to do? Так. This American guy said that I need to join to the occult club. Окей, I join to the occult club. Надеюсь, всем русским понятно, что я говорю. Драма клаб, это Хлоя, о господи. А зачем, если у нас дедлайн в пятницу? Кстати. Типа я успею что-то сделать? Cooking Club. О, мне нравится. Faculty room. Knife. А, там knife? Ок. Хе-хе-хе-хе. Club. Where I can find a katana? Occult Club evil. If Occult Club is evil, why I need to join this club? I am evil? Or what? I just want to be... Ой. I just want to be loved in this game. No? А я могу убить зонтиком? Нет? Еще недоступно? Но мне кажется, он будет скоро доступен. Ага. Вау. А, это типа форма? Какая должна... О! Могу тебя толкнуть? Нет, не могу. Так, я по кругу прошелся. Go Headmaster Office. Headmaster Office. You определись, what I need to делать. О, я нашел. Давайте запомним, что это здесь. И I go to... А, он был рядом. Окей. Шо? Headmaster. Headmaster. Чё тут? Это чем я могу убрать? Окей. Ай, типа меня тут не видно, да? Ок. Вот зонтики стоят, я наверняка смогу их использовать потом в игре. Это надо будет еще подождать. Кстати, логично, что они типа не доделывают игру, что не добавляют еще конец в игре, а только ее дополняют и дополняют, потому что в Форесте так сделали. И теперь людям не интересно особо выживать там и прочая фигня. Ой. Что? прошел сюжет, прошел игру, а дальше что? Форест, я, кстати, с Вадей в Форест играл, но... Не, я, в принципе, не против еще поиграть в Форест, но вне стрима. Climb up the stairs. Окей, thanks. Так. Science Club. I can find хлебная мотыга. Photography Club. Photography Club. Чем? Себя похмыкай. Вот, Headmaster Office. Это директор типа, да? Это, знаете, как Геральт в Ведьмаке. Фак.
It's you.
Чё?
No, that would be impossible. You must be daughter. I'll tolerate you in my school, but not in my office. Leave at once.
А чё тебе не нравится?
There's nothing for you to achieve here. Just get out.
Я вижу. I see, окей. I need to... После стрима Forest? Maybe. Опа. Ах, щит. Я ничего не делал. I do nothing. Ничего не было, все нормально. Как мне его оттуда выгнать? Я открою дверь, чтобы типа следить за ним. What I don't have gun. Хотя ган это более палевное оружие. Fuck. Давайте я сохранюсь. Я могу здесь сохраниться? Нет, не могу. Не могу сохраниться. Ладно, если что, переиграем. Так что я рискну. You know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do with you.
Not another step. You're up to no good. I know it. I'm not going to let you harm me.
Чё?
I'll use self-defense if I... A wise decision.
A
wise decision.
He have a gun, but I can't have a gun. What the fuck? Look at.
A wise decision.
Я могу тут типа осмотреться? Бу! Okay, it's not a gun. I see. I see katana, but if I...
How dare you raise a weapon in my office?
Okay.
Mr. Psycho, the deal is off.
Okay, reset day. Okay, reset world! How I can kill him? Саня, посмотри где-нибудь этот, кто он называется-то. Guys, what telling on English? I cannot understand all English words, and if I say what I understand, just write me on chat. Путин водка, короче. Саня, посмотри, как мне забрать катану. Если вы думаете, что я забыл про вас, русские, да я про вас не забыл. Я как бы Russian auditory. I'm Ukrainian and I like drink горилка. Путин, водка, балалайка. Окей, давай я посмотрю. I did it on purpose. Окей. Ферсис! Сорян, я тебя не узнал! Звездос. Я что-то смотрю, блин, чё это? Это кто еще один англичанин? Это ты! Че, я думаю, что за украинец? Ферс, сорян, вот просто прям не узнал. Я запомнил тебя по террарии. Extra egg menu, please. And how I can get it? I play in this game in first sorry, online. In this version I play first time, and I not understand. Okay. Oh, a lovely tree. Oh. Okay. Так, кнай у меня есть, но нет, у меня нет ножа. Катана заперта в витрине в кабинете директора. Ключ от витрины лежит на столе. Катану нельзя спрятать в инвентарь, но можно спрятать в футляр от виолончели или мусорный бак. А как мне этого мужика-то убить? Где мой шкафчик-то? А, вот он мой шкафчик. Change shoes. Окей. Так, тихо. Бах, бах. Жаль, не сделал. Тупой Вики не говорит как. Окей. Так, давайте я пойду в кукинг. И возьму нож. Maybe you need a gun. Maybe, but I don't know where I can get it. A gun. If I can get a gun, why I need a katana? It's not logical. Я отойду не на... Окей. Давай. Шо? Континуи. Так. Before class. перед занятиями. Так, а кто я? Я могу про себя посмотреть инфу? Кто я, где я, как я? Ага. 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 Окей. Чё такое? Чё такое? А чё это такое? А чё я подобрал? What have I done? Сумочка. Чё написано? Ничего не понятно. Hello. Hello. Hello everyone, да. Go to class. Before the class. Чё я тут делать-то буду? Класс. Подожди. Чё у тебя? О, здорово, Хацуне Мику. Чё ты тут делаешь? Или это ее клон? Мусор. Пикап? Серьёзно? Брось. Брось. Брось, пожалуйста. Как там драться? На F? Бля, опять аниме. Да ты всегда приходишь на аниме! И жалуешься, что это аниме. Pink place go. I see! I Russian, but I not stupid. Biology, chemistry, languages, physical education, psychology. What I need to do better? Я бы английский бы подтянул себе. Это ты одно аниме стрим. Да ты дебил! Ты на террарию не приходишь, ты на Манраф не приходишь, ты ни на чё больше не приходишь, кроме аниме. Ты все, ты анимешник. Все. Вадя, ты анимешник, короче. Так. Манрафт был! И все, тебе этого хватит. Давайте, наверное... Study point 5. Я могу сразу все прокачать, что-то одно. Хацунемику Сайкимию. Biology. Ну, не знаю. Так. Focusing on biology will teach you the weakness of the human body. Ого. Focusing on chemistry will always you to control chemical weapons. I can make a grenade. Focus on languages will allow you to write fake love letters. Oh. Зачем? Focus on physical education will increase your running speed, allow you to end physical. Okay. Faster, stronger. Psychology. Focusing on psychology will boost your reputation gain, lessen your reputation loss, and strengthen and affect you. Вот это, по-моему, самое нормальное, как по мне. И психология. Вот я тоже думаю, что психология. Ну вот, Вадя, я говорю, что анимешник тут есть. Это ты. Мне тоже кажется, что психология Давайте я, не знаю, в максимум вкачаю. Мне кажется, тут можно все вкачать в итоге. Аниме популярно. Чус. Ага, даже так. Охренеть не встать. That's bullshit. Окей, I got it. Звезду, короче. Lunchtime. Ну-ка. Lunchtime. If it is lunchtime, I can go to the director. Headmaster room. And take katana. English class, biology lab, art room. Where is fucking shit? Oh, да, с возвращением это. Info chance services. Окей.
I know you're there. Run along now. There's nothing for you to see here.
Ок. А что она там делает? Инфоклаб. В смысле хум? Компьютер лаб. Я потерял, да? Или я должен выше поднять? Я поднимусь выше. Хадукин. Ой, это крыша. А я смогу ее здесь на крыше? Я, по-моему, могу ее на крышу позвать, да? И тут замочить, но тут люди ходят. Вот, сидят всякие дуры. Вон там еще. Охренеть, вы что тут делаете? Моды на массы. Короче, пацан поехал, все. Чё эти люди говорят, я не понимаю. I don't understand what he telling to. Pick up, 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 pick up. Пикап. Чё там? Пикап. Не знаю зачем, но...
Nice work.
Типа я жучка подложил. Окей. Панкейс. А! 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 Кассет. Окей. Я не убивал директора, сейчас же ланч, типа. Ланч тайм, все дела. And handmaster go away. Агуарсия. Компьютер клаб go кассет. Окей. А я могу... Мне нужно спрятать это, да? Блин. Нужно спрятать, пока никто не увидел. Компьютер лаб. Блин. Давайте я, короче, сюда брошу. Тут лежи, надеюсь, он не деспавнится. He can't despawn. Так, что это? Я ж подобрал какие-то. А. Окей. Во!
Let's see. Where to start? Well, I guess I'll start at the beginning. My name is Kocho Shiona, and I I've just been chosen to be the headmaster of Academy High School. To be honest, I'm not sure if I really believe this is happening. I keep pinching myself to make sure I'm not dreaming. I mean, the entire nation has been talking about this school for months. The idea of an elite high school that only opens its doors to the most intelligent students in Japan? A place for the most promising men and women of today to be transformed into the leaders of tomorrow. A school built for the sole purpose of being the most prestigious learning institute in the country. It's an ambitious undertaking, to say the least. But the thing that shocks everyone the most is that the school is being bankrolled by Psycho Corp. Who would have expected an electronics company to found a school? At first, I thought it was some kind of long-term business plan. Maybe they wanted to build a place to gather the best and brightest students of Japan and train them to be their next generation of employees. But it turns out that I was wrong. Really wrong. And I got to hear the truth straight from Mr. Psycho himself. That's right. I just met the Psycho in person. I'm still shaking. It was like getting to meet Leonardo da Vinci or Thomas Edison. I've lost count of how many things he's invented or improved. I don't think there's a single product in my home that doesn't have the Psycho logo on it. A man whose ideas and inventions changed the world. People like that are only born once a century. Anyway, the reason he built this school, it blew my mind. It's not something he's ever mentioned in public, but he didn't tell me to keep it a secret either. So, here it is. It's his daughter. It's all for his daughter. He cherishes her more than life itself, even more than his multi-billion-dollar corporate empire. He wants to make her dreams come true. So he's building a high school customized to suit her exact tastes. The name of the school, the location, where it's being constructed, even the exact layout of the building. Everything was chosen by his daughter. His mission is to make sure that the best years of her life happen at Academy High. She gets to decide who's allowed to enroll, she gets to decide the school's policies, and I'm pretty sure she gets to be the student council president starting from day one. No questions asked. So, not only will this school be a collection of Japan's most highly qualified teachers and most brilliant students, but it's also a giant, shining monument to a father's love for his daughter. It almost brings a tear to my eye. And I'm going to be the headmaster. I'm still surprised I actually had the courage to send in my application. I guess it's because the qualifications they were looking for seemed surprisingly low compared to the qualifications for every other position at the school. In fact, Mr. Psycho told me I was perfect for the job after just asking me a few questions. There's a part of me that wonders if his daughter just wants the school's headmaster to have a certain appearance or a certain name or voice or something. I'm not really sure if I got the job because I qualify for it or because I meet some invisible criteria that I'm not aware of. I guess Mr. Psycho could tell I was nervous because he gave me a gift. This portable tape recorder. One of his inventions. He told me that it's therapeutic to record an audio journal when you're feeling overwhelmed. That's the whole reason I'm recording this right now. And I gotta say, it actually worked. I feel much better now. You know, this is kind of fun. It might turn into a habit. I can't stop thinking about the last thing he said before he left. He called me Headmaster Shuyona. It'll be a while before I get used to hearing that.
Это типа слушаем узнать историю. Я так понял. И либо это говорится о нас, ну про дочь. Типа это все для нас, все мы подбирали мы. Либо про нашу мать, либо про, короче, просто какую-то дочь миллионера, ой, мультимиллионера, который построил эту школу, и его дочь, этого мультимиллионера, выбирала все в этой школе. Да. Короче, какая-то история. Было бы, конечно, логичнее, что это про нашу семью что-то говорится. Хотя бы. А если нет, то действительно зачем? Тут их еще 9 штук. Короче, слушаем. 7 минут!
Oh, wow. I didn't realize how much dust was on this thing. Well, I suppose I should consider myself lucky. If I never use this thing, it means everything has been going so smoothly that I just never feel the need to vent. But something happened today that really threw me off. I wouldn't feel right talking about it with any of my colleagues, but I need to get it off my chest. So maybe recording my thoughts will help. Today I visited Psycho headquarters for a routine meeting with Mr. Psycho, just as I've done dozens of times over the past few years. But today was different. He was angry, foul-mouthed and short-tempered. I'd never seen him like that before. He didn't reprimand me for anything, and we simply discussed the usual topics, but the entire time he seemed like he was on the verge of exploding. I was confused and worried, and frankly, scared. His secretary must have seen how shaken I was, because after the meeting, she took a moment to assure me that I hadn't done anything wrong, and that Mr. Psycho was angry about a personal matter. On most days, I would never dream of gossiping about the man who signs my paychecks, but my curiosity got the better of me, and I asked her for details. She didn't know all the specifics, but she knew enough to give me a basic summary. Earlier that day, Mr. Psycho had a furious argument with his daughter, who graduated recently. Apparently, she doesn't want to inherit the company, and she's decided to leave Japan to travel the world. This is absolutely unacceptable to her father, because he's invested a lot of resources into giving her the training necessary to take over his empire when he retires. He had absolute faith that his daughter would inherit his company when the time came, and her decision had invalidated all of his plans, along with many years of effort, not to mention an incalculable amount of money. After a long, heated discussion, well, more like a shouting contest from the sound of it, Mr. Psycho threatened to disown his daughter, and she had absolutely no problem with that. He told her, "If you walk out that door, you're no longer a part of this family." And moments later, she left his office without a word. Mr. Psycho is a man who refuses to compromise and only accepts the results he wants. I'm 100% certain that from this day forward, his daughter is dead to him. The secretary told me a little more about the way Mr. Psycho raised his daughter. Starting from early childhood, she was given training to prepare her for the responsibilities that come with operating a company. Training that became more advanced and intense with each passing year. Mr. Psycho also has a son, but he didn't put his son through the same sort of training as his daughter. Instead, he granted his son a perfectly normal childhood, perhaps out of guilt for what he did to his daughter. But now he's making preparations to rapidly change the direction of his son's life, so the boy will acquire the traits and skills that his sister spent her entire life developing. The strangest part is the exact reason why Mr. Psycho's daughter wants to travel the world. One phrase the secretary kept hearing was, "my sister." Apparently, Mr. Psycho's daughter is absolutely convinced that she has a sister somewhere in the world, and that she needs to find her. But Mr. Psycho only has 2 children, so if she says she has a sister, there are 3 options. She's speaking figuratively, she's actually become delusional, or Mr. Psycho has an illegitimate child. At this point, the secretary decided she'd said too much, and stopped talking. I had a feeling I was starting to tread on dangerous ground, so I chose not to pry any further. Even though I wound up with more questions than answers, at least now I know why he was so angry. Losing his daughter, along with more than a decade of money, planning, effort, must be an incredibly painful experience. But after hearing all this, it'll be hard for me to look at him the same way I used to. He told me that he built Academy High to give his daughter the perfect, ideal high school life. But now I think that was just a cover story. I think he built Academy High and made his daughter the student council president to put her through the experience of being in charge of an organization. The school wasn't a gift from a father to a daughter. It was just another component of her lifelong training, another step in the process of turning her into the perfect CEO, a training simulation. And now he's going to put his son through an accelerated version of that process. Poor boy. It doesn't surprise me at all that she defied her father and ran away from all that. But in the end, it wasn't pressure or stress that made her reject her father's wishes. It was this weird notion that she has a sister. Maybe all the stress drove her crazy. The weirdest thing of all is that when I imagine Mr. Psycho with another daughter, I have a mental image of what she would look like. But I get a headache if I picture her in my mind for too long. Man, it really creeps me out. If Academy High was built solely for one girl, and that girl has graduated, what happens next? I was afraid the school was going to be shut down, but apparently Mr. Psycho just wants me to continue business as usual. A lot of the students who graduate from this school get offers from Psycho Corp almost immediately after graduation. So I guess this place really did turn out to be a training ground for future Psycho employees after all. I don't feel angry or sad, just disenchanted. Well, it's an easy job, and I can't argue with the pay, so I guess I'll just stay on my current course for now. Man, even though I know that nobody is going to listen to this tape, I feel way better after recording my thoughts. I guess Mr. Psycho's gift was good for something after all. Thanks for hearing me out, Mr. Tape Recorder. With that said, I hope I don't have to use you again anytime soon.
It's so long. Why I need to listen this? But I go to listen this. Что я сказал? But I gonna listen this. Окей. Номер 3. Куда там нажать-то? Куда нажимать? Я боюсь, мне страшно.
Wow. Can everything really collapse this easily? Cameras, interviews, police. I don't want this to be my life. The past few years were perfect. Why did this have to happen? It's not like it was my fault. Or was it? I guess I understand why they're putting all the blame on me. It's my school. I'm responsible for it and everyone inside of it, but how was I supposed to... How could I have seen this coming? What could I have possibly done to have prevented this? A murderer. A killer. In my school. Those girls who disappeared. I don't want to admit it, but it fits. Those missing girls are probably dead. Dead. Was there anything I could have done? Could I have stopped this? Could I have saved them? If I was more vigilant, more strict with background checks. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Have metal detectors and security cameras in every hallway? Do a mental health check on every student every hour? How do you prepare for this? You can't. If someone is just crazy, just insane, then you're screwed. It's not your fault or anything. It happens because they're just this crazy, screwed up person. It's not... It's not your fault if this happens. It's not your fault. It's not my fault.
У меня в школе таких везде камер понатыкали. Всякие турникеты понаставили, охрану понаставили. Что только не сделали. Но при этом металлодетекторы все равно ставили только на случай экзаменов. Я с ума схожу от такой логики. Типа в Японии что, такой фигни нет со всякими... Ну, в смысле, у них не принято, что ли, вот так вот турникеты ставить, охрану и... Что там, и камеры везде тыкать. Я не знаю, что я как мне выразить свою мысль. Короче, как-то менталитет, походу, разный, что там такую фигню не принято делать, а у нас это нормально. У них тыкают камеры. Не знаю, сколько аниме, ну аниме это аниме в принципе. Если для сюжета не нужны камеры, они их и не воткнут. Ладно, давайте следующее.
What a goddamn disgrace! Innocent? Innocent! Innocent my ass! She's the culprit. She did it! That girl, that monster! I've never seen someone so goddamn manipulative. She fooled them all. Every single one of them was dancing in the palm of her hand by the end. What a farce! People are dead. Young people who had promising futures, whose lives I was responsible for. She did it. She did it. She's the only one who could have. That blood is on her hands. And now she walks free. That conniving little... And I'm expected to let her back in the school. Stand on a stage and hand her a diploma? Mr. Psycho told me to let it go, but I can't. I can't let this go. She murdered people and got away with it. I can't believe... God damn, this is just... This was supposed to bring closure. This was supposed to close the chapter. This was... God damn her! God damn her.
Ну это про нашу... Ну это про нашу Фу ты, блин. Про нашу Вать. Про нашу мать, короче, это. Вот, да. Скорее всего, походу. Типа, наша мать как бы убила ради пацана. И она все равно гуляет на свободе. Потому что директор сказал, типа... her daughter. Или his daughter, не помню. Her daughter. Что-то там такое. Поэтому, может, он имеет... Тут имеется в виду наша мать. Вашу мать. Машу мать. Фу. Да кого? Куда?
I didn't realize how pathetic this was until I hit the record button. There are distressing things I want to talk about. But the only people around me are my colleagues at work. I can't show weakness in front of my subordinates, so if I want to talk and have someone listen, then I have to use this. A tape recorder. God. The problem is, enrollment is dropping. The past few years weren't too bad, but now, for the first time since the school opened, enrollment is actually lower than the previous year. This was the only good thing I had going for me, and now I'm watching it die. I can pinpoint the exact moment when the decline began. That trial. That damn trial. As soon as the media started calling this place the murder school, our fate was sealed. The only suspect was found innocent. So the public believes that the culprit is still at large. Nobody wants to attend a school where a serial killer might be running loose. But that was 6 years ago. 6 years. We haven't had any incidents since then. It's safe here. What am I supposed to do? Hang a sign on the front door of the school that says, "We've gone 6 years without a murder. You can all come back now." We had momentum. We had an upwards trajectory. We were rising, soaring. We were on the road to being as internationally renowned as Harvard or Yale. But that trial, it killed the momentum. And once you lose momentum, it's almost impossible to get it back. Sometimes I wish that journalist had never said anything. If he'd kept his mouth shut, just let her get away with everything. There never would have been a media circus. Just some mysterious disappearances that would have been forgotten in a few months, but no, he had to drag us all into a big scandal. If only some random person would just be found guilty for all those murders, then maybe this notion of a serial killer running loose around Academy would finally go away. God damn it. What am I saying? I don't really mean any of that. It's this whole situation is just, it has me, I'm wrong, though. It's not the journalist's fault. It's not the court's fault. It's not even my fault. This is her fault. It's all her fault.
В натуре спугнули походу. И все такие сидят, которые прослушали уже 5 этих голосовых. Как меня доебали твои голосовухи. Это я, когда сижу и слушаю голосовухи Вади. Которые он мне там шлет постоянно. Я такой сижу и как меня доебали голосовухи. Если бы он еще их и по 5-7 минут записывал, я бы уже давно застрелился. Ладно, следующее.
I saw her. That woman. I saw her again. The one who's responsible for everything. I... Perhaps I'll start at the beginning. Every week, I travel to Psycho corporate headquarters to have a meeting with Mr. Psycho about Academy. This time, I arrived a few minutes earlier than expected. I asked the secretary if it would be all right to begin the meeting early, but she refused. She told me that Mr. Psycho had another appointment right before mine, and that I'd have to wait my turn before I could see him. I took a seat and began to wait. That's when she walked into the room. It's been 10 years, but not a single day has gone by that I haven't thought about her. The one who ruined everything for me. I recognized her immediately. She had aged, but I could still tell it was her. She glanced in my direction for a moment, and our eyes met. She smirked, but said nothing to me. She walked straight through the waiting room and directly into Mr. Psycho's office, without even speaking a single word to the secretary. At first, I was speechless. Then I jumped out of my seat and asked the secretary to identify that woman. The secretary was silent for a few moments, and then gave me some generic platitude about how the details of Mr. Psycho's appointments must be kept strictly confidential. That didn't stop me from asking everything that came to mind. How long had that woman been coming here? How often? What business did she have here? But the secretary was like a stone wall that refused to budge. I couldn't just leave it at that. I left the waiting room and asked the nearest employees if they could help me. When they saw how distraught I was, they were eager to help, but when I asked them if they had seen that woman who just walked by, their attitudes changed in a heartbeat. They slowly turned away from me and returned to their work in silence. They ignored me, as if I wasn't even there. I haven't been treated like that since I was a schoolboy. I returned to the waiting room and paced back and forth anxiously, waiting for that woman to exit Mr. Psycho's office. I'd spent years fantasizing about an encounter like this one. I had rehearsed every single word I would say to her if I had an opportunity to speak with her again. I was fully prepared to tell her exactly how I felt about her actions 10 years ago. Then I heard the secretary's voice. Mr. Psycho will see you now. I was baffled. That woman was still in the office, wasn't she? Why would the secretary send me in there? I was confused, but eager to see that woman again. I approached the door to Mr. Psycho's office. I remember that my hand was actually trembling as I gripped the handle. I took a deep breath and opened the door to his office, expecting to see her standing there, but she wasn't. The only people in that room were Mr. Psycho and his son. I entered the office and looked around in confusion, wondering where that woman could have been hiding, but she was nowhere to be seen. Mr. Psycho asked me what was troubling me, and I told him exactly what was on my mind. That woman, the one who walked into your office a few minutes ago, where is she? When did she leave? But Mr. Psycho didn't reply. He only smirked, as if he was amused by the situation, and asked me to take a seat. He tried to talk about academy, like usual, but I wasn't having any of it. I didn't want to let go of the subject, and I kept asking about that woman. Mr. Psycho's amusement quickly turned to irritation, and he firmly asked me to keep our conversation to the matter of academy. Mr. Psycho can be quite imposing, even while remaining civil, and from that moment onward, I was too scared to pursue the matter further. I dropped it, and we proceeded to have a standard meeting. As ever, Mr. Psycho's son stood behind his father in silence. Mr. Psycho had never told me the exact reason why he keeps his son at his side during business meetings. It's most likely that it's a form of training, exposing him to the type of interactions he'll be having on a daily basis once he inherits his father's empire. As the years passed, I've watched Mr. Psycho's son grow from a young boy into a young man, but I can count on one hand the number of times I've heard him speak. The meeting adjourned. I made one last attempt to bring up the subject of that woman, but Mr. Psycho interrupted me and bid me farewell. I knew that I wouldn't be able to get anything out of him, so I simply left. I questioned the secretary again, but nothing. I got nothing. I attempted to talk to the nearest employees, but they politely excused themselves. It was as if that woman was a taboo subject that no one was allowed to speak of, or that she was a mere hallucination, something I dreamt up. No, I didn't just imagine her. I saw her. I didn't catch her out of the corner of my eye. I didn't glimpse her for only a moment. We looked directly at each other, but what business would that woman have with Mr. Psycho? What could he possibly want from her? Why didn't the secretary acknowledge her when she walked in, and how did she leave his office? There was only one way to leave that room, and I was standing right in front of it. It doesn't make any sense. I won't give up here. I'm going to dig for answers until I'm forced to stop. I don't know how much I'll be able to learn, but it can't end here. It can't.
Мне даже стало интересно, куда она смогла пропасть из комнаты. Типа она исчезла, в окно выпрыгнула. Или там есть какой-то потаенный ход, потаенный лифт, где можно... Или что-то тайное, где можно спрятаться. Чё за фигня? Зашла баба в кабинет. Некоторое время там побыла. Потом мужика пригласили в этот кабинет. Он зашел, а бабы нет. Под столом, что ли, прятала? Или что? Куда?
That's how much time has passed. 15 years. 15 years watching it all spiral downward. Never managed to pull out of that nosedive. 15 years without closure. Without justice. What would my life been like if I'd never taken this job? Probably have a wife by now. Children. But there's no room for anything like that. Not with academy taking up so much of my time. Even if I did have a family, I wouldn't be a part of their lives. I'd be too busy with academy. I'd make a terrible husband. A terrible father. I sacrificed the best years of my life for this school. And what did I get in return? Wrinkles and hair loss from all the stress. A big, fat gut. I don't even recognize the man in the mirror anymore. Sure, I've made money. But what use is money when I never have time to spend it? I don't even know what I'd use it for. I never have enough spare time to develop a hobby. Well, I suppose I do have one hobby. I asked myself, what good is being the headmaster of a school? What opportunities do I have that nobody else has? Only one thing came to mind. Something taboo. But once the idea's in my head, it was impossible to just stop thinking about it. Eventually, I just couldn't find a reason to resist the temptation. It's not like I have anything left to lose. It's not like my life could get any worse than it already is, so I gave it a try. And you know what? I don't even feel guilty about it. You see, filming someone does absolutely no harm to them. No harm whatsoever. It's not as though I post the videos online or anything like that. It has zero impact on their lives, so what's wrong with putting a few cameras around? At this point, I don't even care if I get caught. Actually, the risk of getting caught makes it a little more thrilling. And even if I did get in trouble, at least it would shake things up a bit. My life would finally change in some way. And for that reason alone,
I would be happy. It's a win-win. I just wish I'd thought of this sooner.
Почему-то, когда он сказал вин-вин, я сразу подумал про... Вы думали, я вас не переиграю? Я вас не уничтожу? Я вас уничтожу. Осталось 3. Подождите немного, пожалуйста.
Whenever I sit in front of Mr. Psycho and give him an update about Academy, I expect him to be furious with me. The school's reputation and enrollment have both been declining for almost 3 decades, despite my efforts to turn them around. Mr. Psycho has every right to chew my head off, but he doesn't. As a matter of fact, he seems quite indifferent towards Academy as a whole. Our weekly meetings feel like a formality, and nothing more. Something we do merely because it became routine. I get the impression that he couldn't possibly care any less about Academy, and keeps it operational purely because closing the school would reflect poorly on Psycho Corp. Or perhaps because the school had become something of a monument to his missing daughter. Perhaps he's more sentimental than he looks. If Academy's enrollment numbers continue to drop at their current rate, less than 100 students will be attending the school next year. At this point, it's clear that nothing I've tried over the past 30 years is going to save the school's reputation. So, with practically nothing left to lose, I proposed something radical to Mr. Psycho. A complete rebranding. My research has shown me that Academy's declining popularity is directly connected to the school's reputation for notoriously difficult entrance exams and needlessly strict rules. The last thing I'd want is to allow the school to fill up with imbeciles and degenerates, but it has become obvious that the school's reputation will never recover unless sweeping reforms are made. I presented Mr. Psycho with a list of everything that would make the school a more welcoming environment, allowing students to style their hair, wear makeup and accessories, customize their uniforms, bring smartphones to school, enter romantic relationships, access the rooftop, and so forth. I even proposed making the entrance exams a little less difficult and lowering the tuition fees. I truly didn't know how Mr. Psycho would react. On one hand, he seemed apathetic about Academy. On the other hand, I was proposing a complete reversal of everything that Academy stood for. After I concluded my presentation, he sat in silence for a while. I wasn't sure if he was giving my proposal deep consideration, or simply pondering whether or not he cared at all. Eventually, he shrugged his shoulders and simply said, "Give it a try. I'm not sure whether or not the rebranding is going to be a success, but for the first time in years, I feel excited. Like I actually have something to look forward to. The tedium of the last few decades had become unbearable. And these big, drastic changes are exactly what I needed to break up the monotony. I'm eager to see what kind of crowd these reforms will bring in. Here's to a new chapter in the story of Academy."
Звездос.
Well, that was the weirdest day of my life. In the past 30 years, I've had over 1,000 meetings with Mr. Psycho. When I walked into his office today for our weekly meeting, I could immediately tell that something was very wrong. Everything about him, posture, expression, demeanor, was completely different. He was slouching low in his chair, staring blankly at a wall. Didn't even bother to greet me as I walked in. More importantly, his son, who had been present for every one of our meetings over the past 3 decades, was not there. I asked, "Will your son be joining us today?" To which he simply replied, "There is no reason for that anymore." As I took my seat, I asked him if anything was wrong. He didn't reply. The heavy atmosphere of the room made me feel uncomfortable with the idea of attempting to advance the conversation, so I chose to remain silent until he was ready to talk. As it turned out, I would be waiting for quite some time. The silence lasted for about 15 incredibly tense and uncomfortable minutes. When Mr. Psycho finally did speak, he suddenly started rambling about Okinawa. He spoke of his experience as a soldier during World War II, how he volunteered to fight at the age of 17, how a bomb hit his dormitory, how he spent hours buried underneath rubble, staring at the corpses of his dead friends. He said he still sees them on the back of his eyelids every time he closes his eyes. He told me that buried underneath that rubble over 70 years ago, he swore an oath to punish the world for killing his friends. He swore to revive Japanese nationalism and expand the Japanese empire until it covered the entire globe. That's why he started his company. That's why he spent his life building the greatest conglomerate the world has ever known. That's why he toiled for over half a century until he had become the richest man on Earth. It was all for the sake of building up enough power and influence to instigate a war. A war that he would throw all of his money and resources into, until he had achieved the complete annihilation of every country that fought against Japan in World War II. But something happened that he didn't expect. Globalization spread Japanese culture across the face of the planet. Japan's former enemies now enjoy friendly relations with Japan. They eat Japanese food, watch Japanese animations, play Japanese video games. The process was sped up by his own inventions and innovations. There's a Psycho product in every home. He can't find the motivation to go to war anymore, knowing that he'd be blowing up his own loyal customers. He dedicated his entire life to setting the stage for a blood-soaked military victory. But in the process, he inadvertently achieved a slow, pacifistic cultural victory. By now, almost everyone who pulled a trigger or launched a bomb during World War II was dead or elderly, so revenge had lost all meaning. Instead of feeling pride for accomplishing more than any other man in history, he just felt like he had failed his dead friends. After his long, rambling speech came to an end, he returned to staring blankly at the wall. I'm not sure why he confided all that information in me. I don't think it's because he considered me a friend. It's more likely that he thought of me, well, the same way I think of this tape recorder. Just a stupid object where you can store your thoughts without consequence. After some more silence, he eventually spoke up again. He said, "My health is failing. I will likely die soon. I will make no attempt to prolong my life. I am retiring as CEO starting tomorrow. My son will be taking over for me. You will be meeting with him from now on." He said nothing else, but I could tell that the meeting was over. That was most likely the last time I'll ever speak with him, or see him in person. The next time I address someone as Mr. Psycho, I'll be talking to his son. The world's most famous man. Secretly a nationalist with plans for world domination. harboring a half-century-long grudge. Huh. I would tell the media, but it wouldn't matter one bit. Psycho Corp controls everything that the media says or does. Even if I told the world what he confided in me, the media would never run the story, and it would quickly be dismissed as a baseless rumor or crackpot conspiracy theory. I guess, in that sense, he really did take over the world.
Поехал дед, что тут, что этот. 7 минут.
Out of all the different ways it could have turned out, I never imagined it like this. A few days ago, I received an email with screenshots of certain directories on my personal computer. I don't know how anyone could have managed to accomplish something like that, but I can only assume that this person must have been some kind of top-class computer hacker. They threatened to expose what I've been doing unless I meet their demands. Being discovered and blackmailed has been my worst fear for over a decade now, but this person, whoever they are, isn't asking for money. Instead, they want complete ownership of a single room at Academy High. They intend to occupy this room for a full semester, and they have made it very clear that they are not to be disturbed for any reason. I have no clue what they intend to do in this room, but I'm not really in a position to decline. All things considered, this situation isn't as bad as it could have been. They could have demanded an absurd sum of money, and instead, all they want is a room. Their request seemed harmless enough, and there was a suitable room available, so I decided to comply with their demands. Well, it's not like I really have a choice in the first place. They also asked me to make sure that the room has certain equipment inside of it before they arrived. Computer monitors and hard drives. We already had a surplus of supplies like that, so it wasn't a problem. The tricky part was convincing the rest of the faculty not to enter a specific room for any reason, and not to question it either. I spent a long time mulling it over and eventually came up with a cover story that seemed convincing enough to believe. To be perfectly honest, I'm a little proud of it. I told the faculty that a special needs student with extreme agoraphobia wishes to attend Academy High. Because of their intense social anxiety, they will remain secluded in one of the school's rooms, and are not to be disturbed, because it would trigger a panic attack. Teachers will record their lectures when class is in session, and email these recordings, along with class assignments, to the reclusive student, once per day. I will personally handle anything else the student requires, such as meals at lunchtime. Some of the teachers thought my story sounded a little sketchy, and wanted to hear details. Their questions were harmless, but I was sweating bullets, and I felt like I was being interrogated by the police. Eventually, I convinced them to believe the cover story, and the meeting ended with the faculty praising me for being so accommodating to a mentally handicapped adolescent. I felt a little guilty for deceiving them, but it's far from the worst thing I've done. The only thing that matters is the end result. We now have a room which is off limits to students and faculty alike. The hacker never told me their name, age, even their gender. It's frustrating. If I'm going to be put through such a harrowing experience, I at least want to know who's behind it. I set up a hidden camera outside of the room that has been set aside for the hacker. When I got into work this morning, I checked the recording, only to find that it had been replaced with a graphic of a black silhouette wearing a red wig, along with the words, "Don't try this again." The message has been received, loud and clear. I asked the hacker if they needed anything else from me, daily meals or anything of the sort. They told me not to worry about them, and to simply go about my business as usual. They explicitly told me to pretend they don't exist. It's going to be nearly impossible for me to put them out of my mind when they could end my career with a single click. It feels like there's a slimy creature crawling underneath my clothing, and I simply have to grit my teeth and live with it. Then again, I don't really have any right to complain. Perhaps this is simply karmic retribution for my actions. It's very fortunate that these little therapy sessions were confined to cassette tapes. If I had been making digital recordings instead, the hacker would have a lot of very dangerous information right now. With that said, I no longer feel comfortable keeping these tapes around. They're too much of a liability. I should dispose of them, but it would be such a shame. 30 years of my innermost thoughts just tossed away like trash. It would feel like I'm wiping someone's memory. What was the point of recording anything at all if I was just going to destroy it one day? There was never anyone in my life who I felt comfortable expressing my anxieties to. This tape recorder has been like a close friend who I could trust with my deepest secrets. I know I have to dispose of these tapes, but maybe I'll keep them for a few days. Listen to them one last time. Try to figure out where it all went wrong. Then dispose of them when I've said my goodbyes. But there is one tape that I'm already prepared to part ways with. The tape I made after Mr. Psycho's recent demands. It's far, far too risky for a recording like that to exist. That one must be destroyed immediately.
Well, it's fucking shit. И он ничего не уничтожил. Поздравляю, вы дебил. Клянин тайм? Серьезно? Тихо. Черт. Я брошу, короче, на крыше катану. Типа домой идти? Не, подожди. Да бросил я катану, бросил. Ну тут же cleaning time, типа, так что могут найти и забрать. Мне нужно найти эту бабищу. Это во-первых. Во-вторых, походу все англичане пропали, так что я могу нормально говорить по-русски. Learning new type. А как мне сюда вступить? Что мне тут делать? А, я не могу ее так взять. Скипер. Где эта тварь? Здесь ее нет. А, ясно. Вот она. Go to искать соперницу. Так вот она, вроде как. Нет? Как выглядит вообще моя соперница? Я забыл. Она вроде какая-то рыжая с длинными волосами. А типа я не могу сюда зайти? Почему? Здрасте. Так. Меня отправляют домой. Вот зват. Чё ты о чем? Я ничего тебе не покажу. Уйди от меня. Вы меня не преследуете? Нет. Нужно найти соперницу. Я мог бы ее спрятать, в принципе, в лабиринте. Чё бы нет? А может я ее сейчас в лабиринте встречу? Чего в смысле вот зват? Ой. Рубелинт. А типа сюда ходить нельзя, да? Окей. Сейчас выйдем. Тут типа даже бегать нельзя. Так. Ой! Сэмпай. Я здесь. А где эта дура? Ой, эти прогрузки карты. Где мне ее искать-то? А, во, есть. Подвала тут нет. Ясно. Симс какой-то. А где она? Да если что, на пробел нажал. No. О. Так. А, типа нельзя при них бегать. Здорово. В смысле, с тобой даже говорить нельзя? Нифига, она толкает еще меня. А что я тебе сделал, собственно? Ой, здрасте. Кто? Да, ну. Да ну. Что происходит? Я кто? Ху? Что за... Я сейчас все надену. Все, что тут есть. О, вы кто? А, типа он за мной ходит? Не надо, спасибо. Я могу тут спрятаться. Я коробка. Все нормально. А я типа не могу ходить. Окей, мне нужно ходить и извиняться теперь. А почему я не могу приседать? На людях это типа ненормально? Асана на Джиме, она рыжая с длинными хвостиками. Окей. Так, тихо. Ладно, давайте я пойду домой и дома, наверное, там все это сниму. Надеюсь. Следующий день, думаю, будем это... ее искать, пытаться убить. Окей, континуя. Ну, что делать еще? Читать мангу. Видеогейм. Интернет. Киберсталкинг. Ага, у меня нет таких денег. Окей. Так, я могу что-то на паузу поставить как-то или не могу? Да, надо бы, наверное, пообщаться с учениками. Давайте сейчас тогда этим займемся. Так, окей, давайте пойдем вперед, дальше. Нет, не среди них. Нет, не она, нет. Так, где чё? О, кто? Где мой шкафчик-то? Мой шкафчик где? Вот. Погнали. Ее найти из этой толпы. Вот это вот, наверное, скорее всего, я так понимаю.
I have to write a report about one of Japan's first emperors, but there's almost no information about him online. How am I supposed to write a report about this guy if there's only like one paragraph about him on Wikipedia? This is seriously stressing me out. What am I supposed to do if the internet fails me?
This task is about. This student need to write a report but can't find the necessary information online. Help them get the info they need. Ладно, давайте.
Really? You have an idea? If it works out, please let me know.
Давайте погнали тогда в эти, кто они называются? В библиотеку. Где библиотека? Все. Now I can change the reality. Куда вы ушли? Господи, сверхразумы. Я только хотел к вам поступить. Звездос. Все, это мой наш. Так. Чё? А, окей. Я могу могу тут что-то взять? Пожарный. Тут происходит changing reality, короче. Я играю на пианино, если бы мною гордился. Потому что я могу. Так, давайте погнали в эту... Библиотеку мы же искали, точно. Мне, кстати, очень понравилось. Ты че там напиликал? Душевно получилось. Так, я могу... А, это типа... Начать урок. Нет, подождите, я хочу найти... Что тут можно, в принципе, сделать? Собираю что-то. А вот что он... Хрен его знает. Это я хоть в женский зашел? А, блин, я подумал, мыло валяется. Так, в хоррорах должен быть в туалете ключ. В туалете ключа нету. По крайней мере, в этом. Да, я впервые играю. Ну, в эту версию, по крайней мере. Previous person, next person, нет. Так. Так, я же в другую сторону бежал. Господи, как они там задротят свой телефон. Так, тут что-нибудь есть? Тут ничего нет. Нужно найти хоть какую-нибудь книгу или что-нибудь там. Что это? Воркшоп. Не. Сегодня воркшоплю. Гейминг классрум. Окей, сорян, не сегодня. Наверное, отсылки на что-то. Я не вижу. А может и нет, может просто по приколу. Тут что такое? Тупое поколение ставит свой телефон в натуре. Вон это! Просто такую мелодию играет, да, сейчас звездос. Light Music. А где литературный клуб? Мне это, по-моему, подойдет как раз. В таком-то образе. Library! Наконец-то! Мать твою за ногу. Вот это у нее там рот, конечно. Так, так, так. Во! Это ты? Нет. Ну-ка. Люди... А, это что можно взять, да? Окей. Library. Как бы информация должна быть в библиотеке. О! Check out book. Чё? Check out book. Я подобрал типа то, что надо? Надеюсь, что да. Я еще спрошу у неё. Биту найти. Ты найди, ты скажи мне, где ее искать. Student Council Room. Ого. Ну тут еще может быть, тут же книги вот. Книжные полки, может тут я что-нибудь найду. Там как бы задание нужно для девки найти какую-то книгу. О.
Excellent.
Я поставил жука. Поставил Пашу. Дай пройти. Урок каллиграфии. Так, теперь эту девку бы надо найти. Я не знаю, где она. Так, это мой класс. Я линейки собираю зачем-то. Наверное, потом пригодятся. Теперь нужно найти эту девку. Ты где? Может, на первом этаже? Где физкультурный зал? Ну, посмотрим. Так, здорово. Эй. Hey you. Стой, hey you. Мне нужно как бы свой социальный статус поднять. Где? Куда вот эти вот ушли, мне интересно? Я видел их с утра, я видел их краем глаза. Они потом разбежались быстро, прям исчезли. Ты кто такой стоишь тут? Загадочный такой. Нет. Пока. И где эта девка, которая должен информацию? Где она ходит? Ищи ее, свяжи, ищи теперь. Морковка. О, урожай-то по мне, давайте. Ха-ха-ха-ха. Один вопрос, а он тут зачем? Что тут такого надо срезать? Деревья срубать, что ли? Эля, что ты тут делаешь?
Who do you think you are? Go away. I'm not in the mood for this.
Вот, здрасте. Ну, найду я биту, и чё? И куда мне ее потом прятать? Мяч. Фига тут вода в памяти потребляет. Производительности. Хоть где прячь. Легко сказать. Чё? Список того, как украсть пацана. Ого! А! Нет. А, типа отмыться от крови тут можно, окей. Так, не туда. Так, у нас 5 минут до начала урока, как бы, да? Либо я не все посмотрел, либо тут нет никакой биты. Ну, есть, ладно. Подожди, а ты сможешь поднять 50 килограмм? Physically stat too slow. Почему не сделали, что можно бить на правую и левую кнопки? Чё за бредятина? А! Каким-то путеводным, какими-то непонятными путями вводит меня. Я вижу, как бы, что у меня репутация испортилась. Ага. Теперь придется ходить ее как-то поднимать. Это во-первых. Во-вторых, мне придется... Мне как-то надо той девке отдать книгу. Если я ее нашел, конечно. Где вот она? Ланч-тайм. В смысле репутация испортится? С того, что я книгу отдам? Не понял. Нужно найти девку. Я вижу, что у меня там репутация, что она хреновая. Нужно найти ту девку и отдать ей книгу. Которую я задание взял. Где она? Вот где? Это я открыть не могу. Где вот она ходит? Господи. Что ты имеешь против арабов? Арабы тоже люди. Главное, не негры. Да, это что-то типа взгляда ассасина. Ланчтайм. Вот на ланчтайме, наверное, ее можно... Здрасте. А, нет. Видимо, только по утру. Не могу его выбрать. Пошел в жопу. И чё, что Россия? Тут англичане были, вроде общались, вроде нет. Так, информация. Книг тут нет.
Nice work.
Она не заметила, да? Окей. Надеюсь, что нет. Где мне ее найти? Где мне посмотреть свои задания? Вообще все не по-человечески сделано. Чё? А. Ясно. Во! Так больше Яндеры. Все. Ручка. Играю за Юри. Взял ручку. Подозрительно. Еще скажите мне, что я теперь ее не найду никогда. Нафиг тогда вообще эти квесты, шместы? Хорошо. Сейчас посмотрим на карте. Никого. А, типа не выходите из школы? Охренеть не стать. Ага. Мне тут сейчас говорят идти в класс. Я не хочу. Во, может она тут где-нибудь сидит. Во, это ты? Да, это она.
Oh my god. I'm so accustomed to using the internet, I completely forgot that I could just read a book. This is so embarrassing. Please don't tell anyone about this.
Как бы тебя послушивают.
Okay?
+1. Не смешно. Теперь маромойку эту надо найти. Так, мы можем сейчас пойти опять на урок. Или можем пойти найти эту маромойку. Или можем, кстати, в кабинет директора сходить и забрать у него там вещи какие. Я подбирал до этого. Здорово.
I know you're there. Run along now. There's nothing for you to see here.
Тут я не могу ничего посмотреть.
Nice work.
Бутылка саке, это я читал. Мы это слушали. ключи какие-то. Ладно, давайте пойдем в класс. Cleaning time. No running, please walk. Подумал. Домой идти? Да подожди. Чё он не хмыками тут? Так она вот это вот главное. Чё, или она зависла? Зависла, мать? Ну, походу, да, походу нам ее надо убить.
Okay?
Да, не обращай внимания.
I have to write a report about one of Japan's first emperors, but there's almost no information about him online. How am I supposed to write a report about this guy if there's only like one paragraph about him on Wikipedia? This is seriously stressing me out. What am I supposed to do if the internet fails me?
А чё везде одни и те же
Really?
эти?
You have an idea? If it works out, please let me know.
Всех одни и те же задания. Пойду в библиотеку. Тут очень хорошая анимация, кстати. По-моему, раньше она, кстати, хуже была. Так, оккультный клуб. Окей, ясно, нужно их караулить с утра пораньше. Теперь ищи эту девку. Нет, пошел нафиг. Миллион лет сейчас ее будем искать, как ту. Вопрос, конечно, нафиг я этим занимаюсь. Вопрос хороший. Ответ я на него не дам. Репутация нужна? Окей, будем поднимать репутацию. И где мне ее теперь искать? Ну что, следить за ними всеми? Ладно, пойдем на второй этаж. Чё я тебе сделал, слышь? Поехавшая. А, я с ней уже говорил. Чё они хмыкают на меня? Типа нож у меня видят где-то. Как-то. Давайте ее отгрузим. Отстань от меня. Я что пристал? Только не говорите мне, что она уже домой ушла. А, хайд. Крыша. Едет мормыша. Окей, пошли на улицу. Здорово. Ты! Эй, ю! Ты? Да, ты.
God, I'm so accustomed to using the internet, I completely forgot that I could just read a book. This is so embarrassing. Please don't tell anyone about this. It's our little secret, okay?
хренота какая-то. Все уходят домой. Окей. Если я правильно понял, как она выглядит, ту, которую мы должны убить. В смысле? Пусть обратно. Ну ладно. То следующий день мы пойдем ее убивать. Я не знаю, наверное, мы уже сегодня не успеем, осталось 7 минут. Че я нажал? Посмотрим. Does anyone know how old the school sakura trees are? Yours was not. What does the school its logo symbols style? Янкорд. Нет. Нет, спасибо, не хочу ни в какой Янкорд заходить. Хватит меня с этих ваших дискордов. Что? О. Почему я могу только про него wave info? Так неинтересно. Любит убийства, любит экономику, любит читать. Необщительный. Любит спорт. Любит поесть. Любит вот эту всю фигню. Артистизм. Давайте пойдем на уроки вот этой фигни. Кукинга, короче. Апрель 2021? В смысле? Ой. Ты кто? Я сам не знаю, слушай, ты что ты делаешь в натуре?
What are you doing? Don't come any closer! Stay away! Stop! No!
Бах. Это кто? Если игра сломалась во время загрузки, посетите Яндеризм. Да, в смысле? А как? Ага, вот так. Я пришел раньше всех, да? Я должен увидеть, кто она, где она, с кем я борюсь вообще. Как она выглядит? Или это та, которая под деревом стоит? Я не понял. Так, я пошел. Так, тихо, оккультный. Нет, не оккультный. Мы в кукинг собирались идти. Блин, я только что от него убежал. Так, и как мне тут учиться? Как мне сюда поступить? Я только что тут кого-то видел, Чё это? Кто это был? Да мне тоже кажется, что у нее та еще шиза. Now what you have reached psychology rank 1, you well honestly psychology doesn't do anything yet. The game is not done yet. Иди к черту, мать твою, за ногу. Такая хренота. Короче говоря. Как выглядит? Кто выглядит? Как мне вступить в кукинг-класс? Как? Вот как? Куда нажать, кому ударить? А. Ой. Ой, здрасте. И как мне вступить? Ну, я так понял, она появится только в в день, когда нам придется с ним это... Блин, меня зовут на сервер в Майнкрафте. Ну, в принципе, да, зовут. Ну, я скорее всего так понимаю, можно будет, типа, это... подготовить все там, что-нибудь это. Наверное. Не знаю. This game don't finish it yet. Омлет, блин. Дач! Я думаю, давайте завтра переиграем. А то мне уже не нравится. Это проба. Это пробный день. Мне не нравится, как мы сегодня играем. Давайте завтра переиграем, короче. Не пойду я на ваш сервер Зака, его пора закрыть, Зака закопать, все. В Майнкрафте, в смысле. Все. Поищу ее в своем классе после своих занятий. Поищу. Все, давайте. Увидимся с вами завтра. Не в Яндере симуляторе. Мы будем все выходные маяться кое-какой одной хренью, которую вы увидите завтра. Все выходные подряд. Вот будет вам пробный день стрима, пока не умрем. Короче. Все. Завтра попробуем по-нормальному поиграть. Прям проходить, прям со всеми дружить, там прям все такое. Все. Завтра во сколько? Ну, может, как сейчас. Ну, короче, отбавь 3 часа от своего времени. А может и чуть попозже. Короче, что-то такое. Все, давайте, до завтра.